On September 30th, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth convened a meeting for top military officials, including generals and admirals, who were made to listen to his rhetoric. The event appeared to be staged for social media, rendering the physical attendance of these officials needless. Basically, this meeting could have been an email. One of the key issues is his complete disregard for the laws that govern how the military operates in defense of the United States and its allies. As Hegseth said, we also don't fight with stupid rules of engagement. We untie the hands of our warfighters to intimidate, demoralize, hunt, and kill the enemies of our country. No more politically correct and overbearing rules of engagement, just common sense, maximum lethality, and authority for warfighters. Pete Hegseth's September 30th, 2025 address to military leaders at Quantico, where he described his call for unbridled ultraviolence as a liberation day for the military, could face legal challenges. This legal Liberation Day statement references Trump's tariffs announced on April 2nd. While his speech itself might not be unlawful, some of the Hegseth's proposed policies could be unconstitutional, particularly concerning equal protection and due process. Furthermore, his controversial comments on fitness standards, harassment, and merit-based promotion may also face legal scrutiny. Opponents fear these changes could increase physical and mental abuse, violating military regulations and federal law. Critics, including Senator Tammy Duckworth, argue that Hegseth's push to reinstate the male-level combat standards and implement gender-neutral testing is discriminatory against women and may infringe upon the Fifth Amendment's due process clause, which implicitly guarantees equal protection. Concerns are being raised by experts regarding the proposed overhaul of the military's equal opportunity and inspector general programs. They warn that changes, such as eliminating anonymous complaints and reviewing definitions of bullying and harassment, could undermine service members' due process rights when filing complaints. Former defense officials interpret Hegseth's criticism of stupid rules of engagement as potentially encouraging troops to go do bad things on a battlefield, which could result in violations of international law or international humanitarian law. Despite Hegseth's assertions that racist remarks and sexual harassment remain illegal, other statements such as disparaging remarks and comments about dudes in dresses suggests a weakening of existing protections, leading to accusations of discrimination. Plans to relax restrictions on hazing, which would permit drill sergeants to put their hands on recruits and conduct shark attacks, are facing criticisms. Opponents fear these changes could escalate physical and mental abuse, thereby violating military law and regulations, as well as federal law. The speech was described by some, including MSNBC columnist Michael Steele, as more of a political rally than a formal military address. This has led to questions regarding the appropriateness of using military resources and personnel for an event perceived as political. Critics contend that these policies and shifts could have detrimental effects on morale, recruitment, and military effectiveness. They argue that such changes risk alienating potential recruits and marginalizing experienced service members. The oath of enlistment is a solemn commitment made by every service member. It requires them to support and defend the United States Constitution against all enemies, maintain true faith and allegiance to that, and obey the orders of the President and appointed officers as per the Uniform Code of Military Justice. This pledge solidifies their dedication to the nation's foundational laws, I should say, and its chain of command. Military members are obligated to obey lawful orders. However, they also have the duty to disobey orders that are unlawful, such as those that violate the U.S. Constitution, U.S. law, or international law, including orders that require a crime to target civilians. The Uniform Code of Conduct, of military justice, I should say, pushes the failure to obey a lawful order, but following a clearly unlawful order can result in prosecution for war crimes. If service members are uncertain about an order's legality, they can seek clarification or consult a military defense attorney. An order is generally considered unlawful if it requires a criminal act. This includes orders to commit war crimes, such as targeting civilians or to abuse detainees. Service members' primary allegiance is to the United States Constitution. An order can be considered unlawful and violates U.S. federal law. This includes laws like the Posse Comitatus Act. The same can be said if the order violates international law. Orders that violate international human rights standards or Geneva Conventions are unlawful. An order is unlawful if it is patently illegal, which is an order that is clearly and obviously illegal, such as one that directs a crime, does not require a detailed legal analysis to be deemed unlawful. When a service member receives an unlawful order, they should first ask the person who gave the order for clarification to ensure they haven't misunderstood the request. If the order remains as questionable, a service member should consult their military legal counsel, such as a judge advocate or military defense attorney. For guidance, according to UCMJlaw.com, the law offices of David P. Sheldon. If the order is confirmed as unlawful, the service member has a duty to disobey it. Following an unlawful order does not excuse criminal actions. The subordinate who commits the crime may still face a penalty. Disobeying a patently unlawful order is a service member's right and duty, and they cannot be prosecuted for refusing to commit an illegal act. Hegseth's calls for changes in U.S. military operations are likely just bluster, serving to distract Trump's base from the ongoing issues such as the government shutdown, the Epstein files, and various other occurrences within the administration. Mark Twain said, "Patriotism is supporting your country all the time and your government when it deserves it." That's all I have for this week. Until next time, remember, your voice is vital. Stand up, speak out, strike back. They don't know what they started. If you appreciate this content, please like, share, and subscribe for updates. Ring the bell. Your support truly supports the channel. Take the planet.